welcome back to Teresa's Corner. I'm Teresa. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me, and I appreciate your support. So you guys, today I have a little problem, right? And I'm going to show you. So a lot of the orchids I recently potted have had a mold outbreak. And look at this. Hopefully you can see that clearly. See, mold in the pot. Mold throughout the media. So I think what happened was that, so I bought 2 sacks of not mold. I bought 2 sacks of bark. And so I've had them stored, and I use them, right? But I have them in a container where they're airtight. And so normally when I use it, I soak the bark in a little bit of Clorox, and then, you know, I drain that water out, add some clean water, and I do that, right, 3 times until pretty much the water coming from the bark, or that it's, you know, the water that the bark is soaking in is pretty much clear. And then I use it. So the other day I was being lazy because I didn't have that much time to pot some of these orchids that they were in dire need of potting, right? And I only rinsed it once, and I only rinsed it. I didn't really soak it. So I think that was my mistake. And so everything that I potted recently, you know, into the smaller pots, have mold. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and actually repot these, sanitize the containers, and well, get rid of this moldy bark. So I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to go ahead and repot, which is a waste of bark and moss because this is all new. And yeah, so don't ever be lazy, you guys. Properly clean your bark before you use it so that you don't end up wasting it like I'm doing now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just repot a few and show you. There's some other ones that I'm just gonna mount because I feel like they haven't been doing so well in pots. So I'm gonna end up mounting. That's in a different video. So this one is just, it needs a repot. Look at all the algae. So I'm just gonna repot it as well. This one, so I thought I saw mold in there and I didn't, so I ended up pulling it out just to check. But look at you guys, look at these roots. Actually, now that I turn it around, you see in there, you see that, those little spores? Yeah, so mold was gonna start building up in there, so I'm gonna also pot it. But look at these roots. I am very, very, very happy with the roots. I killed like 3 of the new growths already, so I hope I don't do it this time. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and repot some of these. I'll probably just show you how I repot one and, you know, what I've done to clean the media. But yeah, very upset about this, you guys. I am very upset, but it is what it is. I'm just showing you my mistakes so that you don't make these mistakes. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. So let me get started. Alright guys, so thankfully, so I started with the Epicalea Golden Sunburst Yellow because this is one of my favorite ones. I recently, and I made a video, I believe, of when I potted this, which is not that long ago. And look, you can see this here. This was the old growth that I killed due to water exposure. I ended up adding water in the growth, which I kind of did right now too, but I'll make sure it's fully dry. So as you can see, there was a lot of dead roots. These were all alive when, you know, the ones that I left were all alive when I first potted it. They died off, which is normal. And all these new roots started sprouting, which is awesome. So I'm just cutting away like whatever's really already dead to make sure that I don't bring any new spores into the new medium. And I already have some of my bark already draining, cleaned and drained, ready to go. I also have some Clorox water here that I'm not gonna soak this one because I don't want to damage the roots. I don't know if they're gonna get damaged or not, but I don't want to risk it. I have confidence that I'm getting rid of pretty much everything that was causing the mold, not moss, the mold. Here, I'm making sure that I get even the little chunks of bark that are still left there. And I have some clean, as you can see, the bark falls off it right away because I'm telling you, I had just potted this like 2 weeks ago. So I'm very bummed out that I have to do this, but it's necessary, right? So this is my Clorox water over here. I'm just making sure I'm not adding Clorox to everything. I'm just kind of like, we'll do whatever I touch, you know. So I've already washed this with Clorox. I'm gonna use this one instead of that one because I felt like it grew really quick, really fast. So I'm just gonna use some of my moss here. So you see, bark's already been soaking. It was soaking in Clorox water for a while, and then I did 3 changes of water. It doesn't smell like, it smells like pine and not moldy. See, I think mold was growing in there. So I'm making sure that it looks good to use. If in another week I notice mold, I'm just gonna throw the whole sack out. But like I said, I think what happened was that I just didn't clean it properly. Here, so I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna be very careful not to damage these new roots, because obviously I want it to thrive after I damaged it. So there you go, some more moss in there and bark. So I'm pretty much going to do this to all the orchids that I recently potted, you guys. I just wanted to show you what the damage was. I have a lot of orchids that I have to do this to. But yeah, thank God I caught it in time. I'm actually home. I took a 2-week vacation before I'm completely swamped at work, which will be the next month or so. So yeah, I'm just very glad I caught it now and not then, because I wouldn't have been here to catch it. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna soak this in the Clorox water. Make sure no moss is left in that tag. There you go. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same to all of these, clean it out, and I'll show you bits and pieces, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you at the end what they look like, you guys. You guys, look at this. See all that mold? Yeah, my orchid was not going to survive. Definitely not going to survive. Look at this. Should probably wear gloves for this. Look at that. So I'm going to clean this out, soak it in some Clorox water, and I'm going to repot again. Look at that. It was eating my roots. Ugh. Look at that. Unbelievable. Especially because when I potted this, you guys, it had a very, very beautiful root system. So all this is trash. I'm gonna go ahead and look at that. It's trash. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out, clean this, sanitize my area, my hands. I'll probably grab some gloves before I move on to the other ones. But yeah, mold is very, very damaging to orchids, you guys. So keep an eye out for it. I'm pretty much cleaning, cutting everything away that is damaged. Because if I leave it, it's just going to promote more rot, more mold in there. So I'm cutting away everything that I already see that is pretty much damaged by the mold. I'm not going to run the risk of leaving it in the pot. Really quick, you guys, so I am recording outside. It is a beautiful day, nice and sunny. So there are a lot of families in the pool right now, and I live like literally right across from the pool, so you can hear all the kids. I do apologize for that. Also, you can probably hear my neighbor's music. I do not own the rights or anything like that to any of the music that you hear in this video. That's just, you know, because my neighbors have family over. So I'm sorry about that. But I'd rather record out here than indoors, just because it's not, like I said, it's a nice day. Why stay inside? And see how this root looks like really good, but then like all this is already gone. All this is already gone. All this is gone. So like in between there's like solid root, which I can probably leave, but like I said, I don't want to run the risk of any other mold spores, because it was, you know, I mean, it was covered in mold. I don't want to do that to this. So I'm pretty much cutting away all the nastiness in this orchid, which I'm very, very disappointed, because like I said, it was, the roots were just beautiful. And it's okay, they'll be beautiful again. I just, you know, it's gonna be set back for a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off with some fresh water, and I'll be back. Alright, you guys, so I've already cleaned pretty much. I can probably cut away more, but I was going to leave my orchid with like very little roots. So, but everything that was pretty much like smushy and all that, I've already cut away. So I think it should be good. some moss. And then some bark in there. It's a beautiful plant. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. I'll show you guys what everything looks like at the end. So I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is pretty much what my process is going to be. I don't want to make this too long of a video, but I kind of wanted just to show you what it is that I'm going to do and what it is that I was looking for. As you see, I had a lot of mold just in one pot. So now I have to go through all of them, and I have to stop in between, sanitize everything, because I don't want to continue the spread of the mold, right? So I just wanted to show you what was going to happen. And I have 2 orchids here that I've potted. This one didn't have any mold. I thought it did, but either way I potted in a bigger pot just because I saw that there was a lot of root growth within that 2-3 week period from my last repot. So that one's this one. And then of course this fowl, you guys saw it. I sanitized everything. I pretty much soaked the orchid in Clorox as well. The pot, the bark, everything had Clorox at one point. So that's pretty much it, you guys. This is what's gonna happen for the next week or 2. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any comments, questions, concerns for me, leave those in the comments below. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'd like to invite you to subscribe and hit the little bell to receive notifications. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.